Please put your hands together for the world champion of public speaking, Darren LaCroix.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's really cool to be introduced to the only world champion ever to never be crowned. She gave the most amazing speech at the World Championship. She just forgot about the timing issue. Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you for that great welcome. And before we jump into the content, I think it's really important to understand the power of you as leaders. Some people never ever come to a district conference. And I encourage you to take what you learn back to your club and teach them. You need to understand that we are a little crazy as Toastmasters. And as you know, your family probably doesn't understand what you do or why you love this. This is like a big TA meeting. Toastmasters Anonymous. Yes, we're sick people. But it was a leader, it was my club president that literally walked me through doing my first educational speech, which went on to get me to speak at a district conference and a breakout session, which led to my very first paid speech. So I'm going to be a Toastmaster for the rest of my life, and I hope you are too. But I want you to understand the leaders, how awesome they are here, because you see them behind the scenes scurrying around and all the volunteers. So when I flew, had a crazy schedule. I spoke in China for 2 different districts, 2 weeks. I came home, I went to Toronto, Canada. I came home for 36 hours. I went to Fort Lauderdale. I spoke at their district. I literally went from Fort Lauderdale to here. And tired, jet lag, but I can't complain. I get to do what I love to do for a living. And I get to share my story with you so you can share your story with the world. But you have to understand how cool the leaders are, because I walked out of getting my baggage and going through customs, and this is what I was greeted by. Valentina and Julia. And it was funny because if you come out of customs, you know there's 2 different ways you can go. So they posted themselves on each side, and they're kind of looking back and forth. So as soon as I saw the ouch sign, Valentina goes. So then they took me to my first ever. I've never been to Italy in my life. So thank you. Grazie. Grazie. Thank you. I've never been to Spain either, so if the leaders are here, just invite me. I would love to come. So this was my first authentic Italian dinner. It was funny, when I was in China, I have eating issues. I am very, very finicky, but I said, I want Italian food. So I went to Pizza Hut every day. It was not your Italian food. But there was something interesting that happened that I learned. And are you okay if I give you my truth? My truth. Is that okay? Because I hate BS, and I know most of you do too. So I'm going to give you my truth. It may not agree with your truth. But there's 2 guys that, we love to teach each other from our own experience, right? There's no better teacher than experience, and then learning from someone else's experience. So where are Marcos and Lorenzo? They're boyfriends. There's Lorenzo. Where's Marcos? Hello, this is for you, so pay attention, put the camera down, okay? I'm going to teach you an important lesson that will make your relationship even more joyful than you ever thought possible. It's very simple. It's what I do, because as we were going around, I just opened the door for the ladies. And it wasn't but 2 or 3 times Valentina is like, that's nice. I like that. Oh. I said, your boyfriend doesn't do that? He's building a website right now. He doesn't have time for that. So let me just explain this to you too, okay? This is for you specifically. It's very simple. It's not hard. It's not complicated. But watch this. Now, okay, so thank you to my supermodel. Look how happy she is. It's very simple. Do not overcomplicate relationships. You want more, you give more. Does that make sense? All right. And of course, I got to have coffee with the lovely, your world champion, in my opinion, Olivier. Thank you so much for the 12-minute introduction. I hope somebody, is that a manual speech? So thank you. Sincerely, I know you meant it, and that meant a lot to me. I would have rather no one else introduce me but you. And I got here early. I got here at noon. I had lunch, took a sleep, and got up and went to a workshop. So I did a workshop at a local club here in Monza. Any club members here? All right, cool. So I had so much fun. They were awesome. We had like 60 people. This was like a last minute. I said to the district leaders, I said, hey, I'm coming in. Just put me to work. They said, well, you'll probably be jet lagged. I'm like, this is what I love. Just put me to work. Give me 30 minutes sleep and a coffee, and I'm good. But this is probably my favorite picture, because everyone takes pictures of me. I'm like, why do you want a picture of a short, middle-aged, bald guy? I don't know. But this is my favorite picture. Check out Lorenzo up there. This is the other Lorenzo. So I hope you know how to open doors. Okay. And then Roberto was kind enough. I had not understood that the Last Supper was here, the painting of the Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. And then I heard when I was flying, I posted something on Facebook when I was getting on the plane, and one of my buddies said, you got to go see the Last Supper. I'm like, I didn't even know it was there. Then I started hearing you got to have 2 weeks in advance. But your leaders made it happen, so I got to see that, which was pretty amazing. If you're here in Milan and can at all, like me growing up Catholic guilt and everything, I told you I'd be truthful. Anyway, and the district leaders took me out again to dinner, and that was awesome and amazing, and they really treated me like a king. So thank you for that. The cathedral, oh my gosh, that was amazing. And then I met this guy, Eddie. And he taught me about the local spritzer. I'm not much of a drinker, but I said I'll try it. And I took this picture of Adi. And I don't know about you, but I'm just looking at him like there's something about this guy. And then it hit me. Where is he? Here, Adi. Is he in the room? Oh, right up front. I was like, he's supposed to, check this out. So I made the hottest Toastmaster area behind the scenes coordinating a district conference. How a smart man surrounds himself with an amazing team. Ladies, he's single. I asked him nonchalantly, I said, are you married? Do you have children? He's like, no, I'm single. I said, does anybody know? A couple people. I said, 450 are going to know. You're going to have choices. Thank you, Ari, for taking great care of me. All right. So remember the truth. So I know some of the workshops were full, and I know some of you were disappointed, correct? Yes. Now, I also want you to understand that when they built this conference, when they started putting together and promoting this, they did not expect 450 people. When they planned the meeting site like a year or so ago, they didn't plan on this many people. So I'm asking you as a fellow Toastmaster to really understand that these people, representing all of the volunteers, what time did you get up? Well, they got up earlier. When did you come here? Well, they came earlier. All for you and your experience. They're volunteers. Cut them some slack. Understand, we are all brothers and sisters, but they are working their tails off for you, and they're not even getting to experience the conference. So they rock, and I want to thank them, and thank you and your team, and I'm still working on Ulrika. Did I say that right? Where is she? Ulrika. Thank you. It's only taken me 2 months to get your name right, but I did eventually. And Barbara. Where's Barbara? BarbaraRocks.com. Woohoo! All right. So they can't say that the way I can say it because I'm the outsider, but I really want you to know that the volunteers, if you learned anything here, somebody with those big badges that says staff, please, if you learned anything from me or any other speaker, thank the staff, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have a microphone, we wouldn't have lights, we wouldn't have anything. Make sense? All right, thanks.